So they sit there and they're waiting for their time for the baton race, and then they run so fast they fall. They fall and eat shit, and then everybody's like, "Ah, man, Taro, you tried too hard. Get drunk with us."
Yeah. Every time. But yeah, that's sports day. It's coming up. But
Sports day is coming up. Welcome back to Small Talk Japan. On this podcast, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Michi, and these are my co-hosts,
Natsuki.
Hello.
and we were just talking about mosquitoes.
Yeah. What is it for? Who is it for?
It's okay. First of all, it's called mosquito, I think, in Japanese, and it's like an electronic device that emits a very high-pitched noise, and only young people can hear it.
So you could hear it. That means you're young.
My ears are young.
Okay.
And so, like, I was sitting there, and like, I went to Fukuoka last week, and I was at Tenjin Station, and next to, maybe it was Hakata Station, one of those stations, and next to the entrances, they had this chirping, ear-piercing, really high-pitched sound. And it's to make so, like, young people don't hang out in front of the entrances.
Oh,
First time to hear.
Wow, that's cool.
And so, like, older people aren't supposed to be able to hear it, but I could hear it so clearly, and it was painful.
Wow. That's like dog whistle
Yeah, but,
kind of thing.
But for young people.
That's cool.
So is that from like bug mosquito because they're flying and make noise near your ear?
Yeah,
and
I think
it's
that's
annoying.
the idea. Is it goes, "Ee," but it's not that sound. It's more like a ear-piercing,
Like a
high-pitched sound. Yeah, I can't say it with my mouth, with my like vocals. It's too high-pitched.
Did you want it to get away from there?
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, dude, can we move? Can we move? It was painful.
Oh, wow.
Which is so weird because like Japan doesn't do stuff like that. I would like totally imagine that in like New York City or China or something or Russia, but Japanese people just don't tend to do stuff like that, which is really strange that was a thing.
You know what? We're in Kagoshima, and then you went to Fukuoka, right?
Yeah.
Fukuoka is much bigger than Kagoshima, and then city like Tokyo or Fukuoka or like Osaka, maybe they do.
What
Don't
what I mean is like it's more like social pressure in Japan. Like they go, you're supposed to do this, so please do it. So you feel guilty and then you do it. But that was like a direct attack, which is so un-Japanese. Japanese is more like tomari, like beating around the bush. And so it was just interesting to see that.
Well, I mean, if it's only targeted towards the youngsters, then I think, they wouldn't feel bad about that.
Look
right?
at it, ageism over there. He's like, screw you, young people. I don't need you.
Yeah, I guess maybe that was a problem. Like,
Or maybe we are in the under corona situation and then they don't want young people together around the station.
No, it's weird. Okay, so here in Kagoshima, we had a couple clusters. And so like people in Kagoshima are very worried about corona and staying home and everything. When I went to Fukuoka, people were totally being normal.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look like there was any pandemic at all. People were just doing whatever they normally did.
Yeah, that's what my brother told me. My brother is living in Tokyo and they don't care. No, they don't care.
I
But
think they got sick of it.
Yeah, they got sick of it and they got used to it. And of course they wear masks and they, protect themselves, but not like Kagoshima style.
I think the smaller cities are just more concerned, especially because I think in bigger cities, people are just more maybe tough. I'm not sure what it is, but I just feel like they were like, whatever, let's just do our own thing. And then they didn't care. And so when I was in Tenjin and Hagata, people were just normally going about their everyday lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think because Kagoshima, we had like a consecutive like 0, 0, 0, like no
Confirmed cases.
confirmed cases. And then when we do, that kind of gets worrying for people, right?
And also, we had some big like clusters here. We had 2 big ones that made national news, and then a third one that broke out in a hospital full of elderly people. So it was kind of, yeah, it was kind of concerning. But yeah, it was weird because I'm getting used to Kagoshima style, where we just stay home every day, and then like outside's like a ghost town. And then I like went to Fukuoka for business for a couple of days, and I was just like, what are you guys doing? Is this okay? Are you guys okay?
I mean,
sounds like you're from like old country boy.
No. I mean, there were some new normal things. For example, when I went into a clothing store, they had like a scanner.
Yeah, and then they can get
but
fever,
not,
right?
not like this thing, but like you put your face in a screen, and it goes beep, and it scans you, and then it's like, okay, you're okay.
You know what? They here, the Yamagata, the department here, they do too now.
Oh, really?
And the Uniqlo here, they do too.
So it's the first time I saw that, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And then on top of that, in some of the places that we went to, they wanted to know who you were. So if there was like a cluster, that they can contact you and say, hey, go get checked.
I see.
Here in Kagoshima at Sengaien, the World Heritage site, they make you fill out a form for all the guests. Like and this is standard in Australia and New Zealand now. When you enter a restaurant, you scan a QR code and you fill out your information. That way, if there is a outbreak, they can tell everybody and stop it. So it's really responsible. It's really, I think stuff like that is going to be more and more like normal going forward.
Yeah. I'm just used to the whole, hey, this is where you stand when you line up the cashier.
Have you noticed that those social distancing things when you go to the register are dependent on the store? For example, if you're in a big store, they do the 2 meters. You're actually 2 meters away. Like when I was in IKEA in Fukuoka, you're like 3 meters away. But then I went to the local 100 yen store here. I'm not going to say your name, but because it's a small shop, the little standing places things were only like maybe 60 centimeters away.
So you're saying that it doesn't mean anything?
No meaning.
No meaning.
It's just for looks. And I was like, come on, guys. This is not social distancing. This is pretend.
Pretend.
Yeah. The new normal.
Now, and also everybody's in fish cages. They got the plastic and everywhere you go now.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying. Because I can't understand what they're saying,
Especially since they're wearing a mask, and then there's the plastic thing, and then also I'm wearing earphones because I don't care what they say. And they're like, I'm like, it's okay. I just say daijoubu. That's all I say because I don't know what they say. I just like daijoubu.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah.
The best is old people. When there's like the plastic sheet, they pick up the plastic sheet, put their head behind it, and get really close to the register person and start talking to them.
I never seen that.
I see it all the time, man.
Really?
And I'm like, dude, you don't know what that's for, do you?
Yeah. And
That's a little
now
funny.
they don't really give you like, the change. They don't give you change like directly. They used to do that, right?
Yeah.
They used to like do this,
Hand,
both hands.
hand.
But now they're like, here, just take it. But one time, he gave it to me directly. I was
And now
like,
you feel bad, right?
oh my God.
Don't touch me.
Right.
He touched me.
In 6 months, everybody changed their thinking about that. They used to put in your hand and give you like a little clap and everything, and like, here's your change.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
other time I had my hand out and he put it on the change thing, I kind of felt sad. I was like, oh, I had my hand out. I was like, I felt kind of sad.
Which one do you want, sir?
I don't know.
Okay, what I don't like is when they put everything in the tray and then you have to take it out of the little like spiky, like rubbery tray, and everybody and their mom has touched this tray.
Yeah.
So it's like, thank you. I would just rather him like turn his hand upside down and put it in my hands like this so no one touches anything.
Yeah.
But if you start thinking about that, you're thinking, where has this coin been?
That's why I want everything to be cashless, Japan. I just want to go beep, and I don't even touch my cell phone to the surface anymore. I like hover like here, and I'm like beep.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The supermarket I go, they change their the cashier automatically.
Yeah.
And then, but they're still, we still see people are standing there to like do the stuff. I mean, do their job.
Help them.
Help them.
You mean like self-checkout?
Self-checkout. Yeah, I was wondering when they are going to disappear. I mean, they are gone. Do you understand what I mean? Because
What's going to happen in the future, Natsuki, is Amazon is going to make no register stores.
yeah, and I hear that Nishimuta local store here making one of those kind shop in Ijuin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you mean like automatic?
Automatic.
Cashier?
Mhm.
Some of them,
you
like
take-
self.
No. The new thing is this, Hayato. You get a shopping cart, right? You go get a carton of milk, you put it in your shopping cart. The system knows.
It's like
Oh,
a
really?
scanner.
And then you put some other stuff in your cart, and then you just leave, and the system charges your credit card.
そうそう、
Oh, so
Amazon.
you can just go home like that?
Yeah, there's no register process.
That's crazy.
You just
thought-
leave.
Wow.
Where is it? California? New York?
It's in Seattle.
Seattle, Amazon.
And I think one in New York. There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was on the news. I thought that's
Really?
cool.
That's
It's
cool.
still like a beta technology, so it's not 100% perfect. But even now, I read an article because sometimes it doesn't catch everything that you put into your carts. But even if it's not catching 100%, it's still cheaper for them to do it that way than pay cashiers. So it's still a plus for them. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you put like simultaneously, maybe it won't catch you. It won't catch it.
You're trying to fool the system.
You know.
You dishonest fuck.
I mean, some people might do that, right?
I mean, it's a risk, but I mean, they have so many cameras and scanners in those stores that they'll eventually catch.
yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for more conveniency, you know,
Yeah.
more convenient world.
I went to McDonald's drive-thru with Josh, and we ordered. This is right when the first cluster started happening in Samokan, and they were coming out at me with the tray of the money and trying to take my money and everything. I was like, "Can I pay with cashless?" And I was like this. I was like, "Don't fucking touch me." I was like, "Don't touch me, dude."
That's like your weapon.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
away
like,
from
stay away
me.
from me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, dude.
I saw a news and Kentucky Fried Chicken Japan is going to start paying money as ETC. Because we just drive through.
Okay, so those of you at home who don't know who ETC is, in Japan, the freeways are not free. That's why they're called highways and not freeways. And you have to pay a toll on basically every one of them.
Boo.
And so when you enter them, you usually get a ticket out of the ticket machine, drive, and then when you get off, there's a dude in a window and you give him a ticket and you pay him. Sometimes it's a machine. ETC, which stands for electronic...
Electronic toll collection.
ETC stands for electronic toll collection.
Hey, first time to know.
It's a card that you first have to put an electronic system into your car. Then you put the card into this card reader that you've signed up for that's linked to your credit card. And then your car becomes like a transmitter for your information. So you just roll into the ETC window and it's a California stop. So you don't stop. You just kind of slow down and it reads your car's signal and it lets you in. And then you drive, and when you get off, you do the same thing on your leave. You're rolling into the gate, and you wait for the little rubber gate things to open. It goes, and you go, and then it just automatically charges you.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah, the Kentucky Fried Chicken is going to charge us by ETC.
How are you going to drive your car into the drive-through?
No, drive through.
Oh,
I
that
see.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But it's crazy how we still have two lanes,
Yeah.
ETC and
Cash.
non-ETC. And this line, everyone it's clogged up. Everyone's waiting. ETC is just going. Everyone's keep going.
I feel
you
like
know?
ETC people are people who regularly use the highway, and the other people are like me. I just went to Fukuoka and I never use the highway, and I just use it for a couple times.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
What
It's
is-
good.
Yeah,
it's
what
good.
is troublesome is we need to make ETC card for ETC, not just a credit card.
You have a story about this that you didn't have cash
Yeah.
when you were leaving the freeway, and then you say, "Can I use my credit card?" And they said no.
Right.
What
Thank
did you
you
do?
I signed up and then promised them to pay them back later.
You're so Japanese.
It's like a 300 yen that I have to. How do you say 振り込む?
Transfer.
Transfer
Transfer.
from ETC, I mean ATM.
Yeah.
And then, なんだっけ、手数料、how do you say?
Fee.
Fee is much higher than the real cost. That was so dumb. I was upset about it.
300 yen.
Yeah.
I hope they stop charging money for short short distances,
Yeah.
like from Kagoshima to like Ijuin. Oh, I hate that. Like they charge you like 200 yen. It's like, can you stop, please? Come on, you know.
So in Fukuoka, they have a freeway loop that goes around Fukuoka. And like every time you get on, it's like 630 yen. Doesn't matter how far you go.
That's the same system in Osaka too, maybe Tokyo too.
Really? I was like, I get on the freeway and the dude was like 630 yen. I was like, that's what? That's expensive. Where? I'm not even on the freeway for like 2 minutes. He's like, 630 yen, please. Like, give me a Ryoshu show, please, of receipts. Anyway, we're heading into the flu season here soon. Are you guys getting your flu shots?
Are you? I mean, I did last year, so maybe this year I'll do. I mean, I will. And my baby will too.
Hayato is
Yeah.
because he has to because of work
Did you
him-
already?
forces him to.
Not yet.
In probably next week or the next week.
Is it out already?
It's out, but it's like, supplies.
Yeah. Apparently, many people are not getting the flu this year because we are more careful with like washing hands,
Wearing masks.
and stuff. So like less flu this year apparently.
But if you get corona and flu at the same time, you're dead. So get the flu shot.
Okay.
Get the flu shot. There was like this fitness instructor. He was like super healthy. He got the flu and then COVID-19 last year. And he was in like a coma. How do you say coma? Coma. He couldn't wake up.
覚醒じゃなくて
寝たきり。
寝たきり。なんか there's a word for.
Anyway, he
Okay.
couldn't wake up for...
Konsui.
そうそう、昏睡状態。
He was in a coma for like 2 months.
へえ。
And then when he came out, he was like this skinny little like...
Maybe he couldn't walk じゃない？Right after he
everything-
wake up.
He had to rehabilitate and everything. It was really bad. Yeah. But anyway, the flu season starts around October. And speaking of October, now that we're in October, guys,
Okay.
I want to talk about October.
October?
First, I read online, October is about outdoors in Japan. Is this true?
Yeah.
Outdoor.
Why is that? What's going on about
Because
that?
it's the perfect
Season?
temperature, beautiful skies, not too hot.
Not too cold.
Yeah, it's a perfect season.
Let's run through the seasons in Japan really quick. January to May. What's the weather like? Let's tell me about the weather throughout the seasons in Japan.
Cold.
January to May.
January to
That's
March
Okay, March.
is
We call it
Cold,
spring.
cold.
Yeah, it's a winter.
cold. And then from March to May, it's kind of warmer and there's no rain.
Yeah.
Right.
Warm. It's beautiful.
Spring.
Beautiful.
Cherry blossom.
Yeah.
May to the end of July
Get hot and hot.
and
Yeah,
wet.
damp.
湿気。
Yeah.
Wet.
Rainy
Humid.
season.
Humid
and
season.
humid.
Humid and mold and
Yeah.
Mold.
You don't want to go outside during that time. Like end of May to end of July is like wet.
yeah.
Then after that, from like the beginning of August to October is too hot to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's also typhoon season.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, typhoon around
here in
September, October.
Then October is
We have
It's-
nice season.
Yeah, it's one of the
Nice weather.
It's probably my favorite
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
not too hot, not
too
not
hot.
cold.
Barbecue season.
Yeah, you can do barbecue. You can still go outside. It's kind of warm, you know.
No rain.
Little bit of rain,
Little bit rain.
so it's all around just a good season.
It's good season. And also
運動会シーズン。
yeah, sports day. We have sports day in Japan. Sports
Now,
day.
sports day has been moved around recently. Like, okay, it used to be like summertime, right? September.
September,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was hot.
So they move to whether October or July.
October, November, somewhere in November now, or next year in not July, like the springtime.
May.
Yeah.
April.
Yep. Next week I have a sports day
With your daughter.
from my daughter. Yeah, my daughter.
How is it different this year with COVID?
Only 2 guardians.
Wait, can you, before you say that, what's a normal sports day look like?
Normal sports day. Okay, last year. Okay, so I mean it's a kindergarten, so it's not outside. It's in the gym. Me, my parents, my wife's parents. So we brought like 6 people. All go there, make lunch. We make bentos. We go there.
But you also got to say that a lot of families, this is the Jimon bento season. So it's like they make this gorgeous, the mom or the grandma makes this gorgeous bento box that they've never made, only this one time the whole year, okay? And then they bring that to the sports day, and then they open it up, and they're like, look at me from the other families. Like, look how I feed my family, and I'm so good at this, and all of your bentos are shit. Look at you. You all suck.
That's old.
That happens every time.
Anyway.
That happens only few people. Not few, but some people,
Dude,
yes.
some grandmas literally take a piece of paper and they draw out the bento box that they're going to make.
Yeah.
Like a map.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Game time, go! That's like their time. It's their time the whole year to make their stupid bento box.
Anyway, I don't know any that kind of people, but anyway.
I do.
So yeah, it's like usually 9 o'clock starts, and then you have different programs, different kids running, race, relays and stuff, dance. It's pretty much like it's entertainment for parents.
Yeah,
basically.
entertainment for parents.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like entertaining.
fathers have to stand up for the lunch sheet, right? Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You have to get your own spot for best lunch eating spot.
So some fathers wake up like 3 in the morning and then go to school and wait for 3 hours. The gate is supposed to open like 6 a.m. So they have to wait for 3 hours or 4 hours.
It's like the new iPhone coming out. Oh, let's line up.
Yeah,
it's
let's
like
line
that.
up. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
I
then
would never be that father. He's such a bad father.
Yeah. Anyway, but compared to that, whereas like all my families were there, this year only 2 people can come per child. So just me and my wife, and no lunch.
No lunch.
Yeah. No more lunch this year. They stopped, which is good because it's, you know what, sports day is too long. It's too long.
It's 2 people, and they strongly tell you don't bring grandma, grandpa.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, unless you kind of switch.
Yeah,
like,
switch.
Or like maybe there's no father or there's no mom or something like that. But they don't want you to bring old people because it's a risk.
Yeah. So
when I was little, sports day was like a party for adults. They drink beer. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to go to sports day in the countryside, and it's like, 1, people are barbecuing, which is they don't do now. And 2, everybody's drunk. They're drunk from like 10:30 in the morning. Those are the best sports days, because in the afternoon, you know this, Hayato, like you have to do like the father has to either run or compete in some like sport.
Yes.
And then all the fathers are drunk, except for like those 2 fathers who used to play baseball way too seriously. So they're like waiting the whole year for their time to show all the other families
kind of true.
that they're the fastest, even though they're kind of fat now and they're a little bit too old to be doing this, but they're going to do it. So they sit there and they're waiting for their time for the baton race, and then they run so fast they fall. They fall and eat shit, and then everybody's like, "Ah, man, Taro, you tried too hard. Get drunk with us."
Yeah. Every time.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, that's true.
Every single sports day, there's this father or 2 of them.
Yeah, even the
That's
moms
true.
too. Like I used to work at the kindergarten. That happened every year. You see these parents, they're looking like they got this.
They got their full sportswear on.
They're like, oh, they're stretching. It's like, oh, it's my turn yet. And then they like fall.
They're trying way too hard.
And especially it's made for kids, so the corners are really tight, so they can't stop. It's like, oh my god, I can't run.
That's funny, but that's true.
But yeah, that's sports day. It's coming up. But
Sports day is coming up.
yeah, October.
Have you guys ever done the wait? There's the bicycle wheel that has no tire. It's just a wheel, and you got to push it with a stick.
I have done that.
That's the best one to do when the parents are drunk, because they're like, I don't think I can do this.
But now their parents are not okay to drink.
Yeah,
in
now
school.
especially in the big cities, you can't drink, you can't barbecue, no laughing, no fun.
No
Yeah.
fun.
It's too long. I'm glad it's shortened this year.
It is pretty long. It's from like what 9 in the morning to like 3 or something.
Yeah, it's like wow, there goes my Sunday.
And
I
then
mean, it's for your kids, so you shouldn't really complain. But it's too long.
And the worst part is at the end. Okay, everybody's ready to go home. It's time to go home, and then the freaking principal comes out, and he's got his like A4 size paper, like he's like 5 sheets of this, and he puts it on the podium. You're like, damn it, he's gonna give a speech. And he's all like talking to the students and giving it, and it's his time. That's his time the whole year. He's got 2 chances that he can do this. One is the starting ceremony for the year. What's it called?
入学式。
So there's a word for that in English too.
Entrance
ceremony. So there's an entrance ceremony, and then there's a sports day, and that's where that old guy who was so old that they
What
just
about
made him.
graduation?
Yeah, and graduation.
And graduation too, I guess. Okay.
And then
so 3 times.
every Monday morning he does a speech.
But not to the parents.
Yeah, okay.
So this time all the parents and grandparents and everybody there. So like the principal's all talking and giving a speech and everything, and like all the parents are like slowly cleaning up. They're like trying not to make any noise, and they're just like putting everything away, they're folding up their sheet, they're getting ready to go. And then the principal's like, all right, everybody, let's go do this, and they're like, let's go.
Yeah,
That's Japanese sports day.
You're so jerk.
it's true though.
I love it though. But this year it's a little different, right? Half
Yeah, it's a little bit, which is good. I think it's good for the kids too. I mean, they train so hard, they're
Yeah.
tired, and it's like, wow, who is it for? You know,
For parents and
for parents.
family.
And then they have another marathon coming up later on this year, which is like more running for kids to do. So
at your daughter's age, do the kids actually compete like with veracity, or are they just like, I think I'm not, what do I do? Like, do they actually understand what's going on?
they do. Last year when she was like 2, she ran with 3 kids. 2 kids were crying. My daughter was looking at this way, like, what's going on? What the fuck's going on?
Why are you crying?
Yeah. Why are you crying and why am I here? Ready, go. And then she won. last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
She got the first prize.
'Cause these 2 boys are crying.
They're like, Mommy, why am I here?
And then we won. But this year, I don't know. But she's pretty fast. So,
Sprint race.
yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, speaking about outdoor activities, you two, Hayato, especially you, are a very outdoorsy person. I'm wondering if you guys have any sports or anything that you guys like to do, especially in this season outdoors. Hayato.
This season, it's perfect day for outside. So I like to go surfing. Well, I like to go surfing every year, but this season is really good.
Isn't it cold?
No. Actually, the water temperature is actually 2 months late. So right now it's October, but the water temperature is a temperature in August.
Really?
Yeah, so it's warm. You can still go swimming. It's no problem. Yeah, so like spearfishing and surfing and yeah, a lot of outdoor. Like I would like to go camping, but the situation I'm in with,
Youngest
the family,
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't really. But I
Now,
would like to.
was it last year that you went camping with the teachers in the Eikaiwa school?
Yes.
Actually, you didn't even go camping. You just drove your car to like a grassy place next to the ocean, got drunk, and passed out with everybody.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's the perfect
Yeah.
place to pass out.
And the only reason why I know that is because I got like all of you guys decided to send me pictures of this. I don't know why, as you were drunk. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. And they're like, yeah. F you, bitch. And I was like, what? Like, what's going on here?
How much beer do you bring on your camping?
Beer?
Yeah, or
don't
shochu
know. I
or
forgot.
tequila. So before you go to camping, you stop by our
Yeah.
shop.
We stop by, get some food, get some, barbecue.
Do you actually barbecue or just get like junk food?
No, barbecue. That's what it's all about.
What do you grill? Like beef, chicken,
Meat.
meat?
We don't discriminate. Anything that used to be alive, we eat it.
Yeah, but it's a good season right now. So I recommend nowadays, in Japanese, we call it solo camp.
Oh, what's
Solo campers. You go out camping by yourself.
that? Oh, that sounds so sad.
But I mean that's
People get relaxed.
People can relax.
Ew.
Even girls are doing this. This is popular among girls.
It's popular. And then they just see the fire.
They just look at it all night. And then they get back to work the next day.
Guys, make friends. Make friends. What are you doing?
There are many solo campers and they become friends.
Yeah.
So it's not even solo anymore.
Is it like is it like Gokon for campers?
I don't know.
But a lot of YouTubers now, I think.
No, it's different when you're a YouTuber because like the camera is your friend, right? That's different. But I'm imagining some poor, a little bit older, no friends girl, like going out and trying to make herself a campfire and like.
So people like us, people
Let
like
'em
Mitch
be.
and me.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
people like Mitch and me need to talk person, right? Need to somebody to talk every time. But those are kind of people want to be, social distance. They are social distance. They don't want people around them. They want to be around.
Guys,
Get relaxed.
guys, if you're doing that, I think you need a hug. Just phone me up. I'll
No,
give you a hug.
no,
I'll be your friend.
no.
It'll
You
be
know,
okay.
because
They
sometimes
don't want your hug.
No,
They don't want my hug.
So I think some people know that it's very, annoying to deal with people, especially when you go traveling with people.
Right.
It's like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, she wants to do this. It's annoying. So I think people like to travel by themselves, go like to camping by themselves. They can eat whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's a bit lonely, but, maybe they prefer that stuff, which is fine, I think.
Yeah, which is fine.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I never done it, but I wouldn't mind.
I would mind.
You would mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
of course, yeah.
lonely. Not me.
Those who understands loneliness are strong within, said somebody. I forgot, but
Oh, that's funny.
anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Any other activities, especially, how about Natsuki?
That's good.
Yeah, Mitch.
October.
Yeah, Mitch asked me to talk about mount climbing.
You mean the
climbing
show is
mount.
planned? It's not actually a natural flow of conversation? Do you mean that we actually planned this stuff before we came here? Is that what you're saying to our audience that used to think that this was a natual conversation?
Oh
This
my.
Is that what you're saying, Natsuki?
That's what I'm saying, Natsuki. So Mitch asked me yesterday, and then you climbed the mountain before, right? And then yeah, I did climb mountain.
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. Yes, I did climb Mount Fuji. But Mount Fuji is supposed to climb only from July to August.
Yeah, so talk about that. Why?
Because-
no, wait. First of all, so everybody who's ever thought about mountain climbing, you think, you want to climb when the weather's good. You don't want to climb when and in Japan the summer is really hot. We're talking some places like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to climb in that weather. But with Mount Fuji, you can only climb in that weather, which is it's mind breaking for me. And why is that? Why do we only go in the summer?
Because the top of the Mount Fuji is very cold. And so maybe right now they might be snowing already.
Yeah, it's snowing.
It's a little bit though. So the purpose of people go on to the Mount Fuji is to see the sunrise.
Sunrise.
We want to see the sunrise from the top of the mountain because it's so beautiful. So we, of course, want to be the top of the mountain, right?
Right.
But top of the mountain is very cold, even in the summer season.
Yeah.
I went there on August some year ago, but it was very cold. We have to wear down jacket.
What's the elevation? 3,000 meters?
3,000 meters? I don't know. It's the topest.
What's the elevation of Mount Fuji? 3,776 meters.
3,776 meters.
So it's almost 4 kilometers vertical difference between the ground and there.
Yeah. And then
No, wait.
not 4 kilometers.
It's
right?
3,770.
Really?
But
Okay.
the climb is regularly done by like 80-year-olds, old people. Climb it, right? But it's not. I've never done it before. But you said it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy, but it was fun because there are a lot of yamagoya. How do you say that? Mount
Huts.
shop?
Huts.
Pots?
Hut or cabin?
Cabin?
Shelters?
Shelters?
Barn. Sorry, not a barn.
Places that you can stop.
Yeah, places that we can stop and we can enjoy food or like souvenirs. So it's fun to like go to those stops.
You said you and your brother and your husband drank Asahi.
I did. I mean, me and two brothers went there.
Not your husband.
Not my
your
husband.
Two brothers,
yeah,
sorry. I
my
remember that
brother and I trip.
And there's a post office on the top, right?
Yeah, right.
You can send a postcard from the top of Mount Fuji. How cool is that?
Wait,
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
went to the very top?
Very top.
Wow.
So you have to breathe a lot because if you don't do it, it becomes disease. We call it zambio, but I don't know how to say that in English.
Elevation sickness?
Elevation sickness, maybe? Yeah, like, it
Not
becomes...
enough oxygen.
No, not enough oxygen. So,
What is it?
Altitude sickness.
Oh, whatever. It's the same thing.
altitude
sickness.
sickness.
Yeah, it's like when you don't get enough oxygen.
So, if you want to go to Mount Fuji, come to Japan
It's a
during
good season
summertime.
right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
right now.
So after what is it, August? Is it closed or is it just it's good season to go?
It's maybe
doesn't
they
close.
close.
Is it
Maybe
closed?
they close.
Oh, I see.
But this year, whole year they close because of the situation.
Corona.
Yeah.
I see.
I think you can still go to like there's certain base camps. There's like little checkpoints on the mountain. I think you can go up to like 8 or something like that with a bus and still see, but you can't go to the top.
Right.
I see.
And but there I see some funny YouTubers from I forget where he's from. Maybe America or I can't remember. Somewhere. He didn't wear anything like winter clothes and then went to climb top of the mountain by himself. And then it's like he was even wearing flip-flops. And then he tried to climb. And then he of course he couldn't. And then he was captured on Japanese news and then like how dare you did such a thing like nameru na.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? But you can find those funny not campers, like hikers on the YouTube.
Dumbasses. Now when you got to the top of the mountain in summertime, what was the temperature?
Maybe under 5 temperature, like
5 degrees?
5 degrees.
Wow.
It was cold, very
That's crazy.
cold.
That's cold.
And very windy.
Wow.
But I think Mount Fuji is one of the most beautiful mountains, especially when you fly over it and there's like cloud coverage. But like the peak is peeking out of the clouds.
Yeah.
It just looks majestic. It just
If
looks
you have a
beautiful.
chance, you should try because it's very fun.
I hear that they think that Mount Fuji will erupt sometime in the future. So they said get your climbs in now because you never know. So maybe next year.
I truly recommend you guys to climb.
Maybe after the situation.
I went up with a group. I don't even know who they are, but one of them were like 60 years old boy. So children can climb too.
What about if you go up in the nighttime, can you see the stars?
Yes, we can. And so actually, we start climbing from like 11 o'clock in the morning, and then,
The next morning.
we stay in the cabin somewhere, and then wake up 2 o'clock in the morning and go to the top of the mountain. So we can see stars.
Is it like very clear?
Very clear.
Can you see the moon?
I can't remember, but I think, I think I saw moon.
That'd be cool.
I bet it's nice. Yeah.
Speaking of the moon, isn't there like some like festival in October about bunny rabbits on the moon?
Yeah. But Odsukimi.
What's that?
Moon viewing.
Moon viewing. Can you explain what that is?
Can you explain what that is?
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, rabbits they live on the moon.
Okay,
They're making Japanese cakes, rice cakes.
Did you know that those customs is from China, basically?
Oh yeah,
did
probably.
You?
Probably everything's from China.
So wait, let's define this.
Made in China.
It's called Odsukimi, which means honorable moon viewing. Okay. And Hayato, you're...
Yes, so we did this too, actually, at my house.
Yesterday?
October 1st, actually.
So this podcast is pre-recorded.
Yeah. So it's pre-recorded for those of you who don't know.
Did you make
We
mochi?
did, actually, my daughter and my mom made a mochi. So we had mochi, dango with anko on top. We, how do you say? We put it... Osonae. We, how do you say that? We...
Sacrifice
not sacrifice. Not sacrifice, but we...
No, that's actually what that's called. You gave us a sacrifice.
Okay.
I guess
You got
it's a
it right.
sacrifice.
You gave
Okay.
it as a sacrifice.
Okay, thank you.
Sacrificed it to the moon. That's when the moon's actually really beautiful. It's full moon, and that's when people,
We pray for Thanksgiving じゃなくて harvest.
To the
Right?
bunny rabbits on the moon.
Not to the bunny rabbit
rice.
to the right.
Okay, let's back up. There's a lot going on here. First of all, this festival is not usually in October, right?
Okay.
But not okay.
Okay. October. We're in October. And then we did this to October, right? No?
So Otsukimi is the autumn moon viewing, or Otsukimi has long been a popular leisurely activity in Japan. Customarily, it was a way to show appreciation for a successful harvest and pray for a similar surplus in the coming crop season. Meaning, before it was after the harvest, they would say thank you with this. Okay. The full moon appeared on the old lunar calendar on the 15th night, or Jugoya, each month. The best night of the year to observe the heavenly full moon is said to be the 15th night of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. So, usually, this is supposed to happen on the 8th month of the lunar calendar. But now that we're no longer on the lunar calendar, we're on the Gregorian calendar. Fact check that, please, Josh. It's the day of the Otsukimi changes every year based on the moon, because our current calendar has nothing to do with the moon now. So the moon changes, okay? So for the last few years, it's been in September. But this year, it's been on October 1st, and then also a second day, which will be October, I think, 21st.
Oh, that's why they did.
29th.
Okay.
Okay. So the reason why they think that there's bunny rabbits on the moon, I shouldn't say they, traditionally the Chinese and the Japanese, is because the moon looks like a bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Basically it's already been decided from 2020 to 2025. We already got the schedule down, so the next Jugoya will be different every year, but it's around September to October. Also there's Jugoya. Also there's Jusanya, which is the next.
Oh my god, too difficult.
First one is the most beautiful Jugoya. Jusanya is second most beautiful moon.
So it's like, yeah, it's the best time to see the full moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the moon?
I saw pictures of it on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was beautiful. By the
Yeah.
way, you said lunar calendar. That means like moon calendar?
Moon calendar. Lunar means like, if you say moon as an adjective, you say lunar.
Yeah, because, in Sailor Moon cartoon, Japanese cartoon, the cat name is Luna. And then it's because...
She's moon, yeah.
She's moon.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I had somebody, I don't know, somebody's name, and their kanji is Tsuki, but it's actually called Luna. Huh. And it made sense right now. Is Luna English?
Lunar.
Luna?
Lunar.
Luna.
The name. That could be a...
Lunar calendar, that's what Mitch said. And
Yeah. But yeah, I think recently, even on the Jugoya too, whenever there's a full moon, like around my house, there's like nothing. There's no lights. So basically, when the moon's so big and so round, full moon, it's so bright outside.
Yeah.
I don't even need a light to like walk around outside.
When I see moon last night, it was kind of red. Not like normal color. It was red.
So getting back to Luna or lunar, lunar has the Latin base luna, which means moon.
Okay. Luna means moon.
Moon in Latin. That's why we say lunar for
calendar.
everything. Yeah.
That's a nice name for a girl.
Sailor Moon characters all have planet names, right?
Right.
There's like Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury,
Sailor Mars,
Venus,
Jupiter.
Venus.
Uranus. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's
Was
no
I right
Uranus.
about the Gregorian calendar?
What is Gregorian calendar? What is
There's the
Gregorian?
Roman calendar, which is the base for what we use now, 2020, October, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That changed to the Gregorian calendar afterwards, from King Gregory,
From Pope
or from
Greg
Pope Gregory
the Eighth, I think it was.
something. And then we just kept it.
Okay.
It's called the Gregorian calendar. Is what
Gregorian
we use now.
calendar.
Yeah, and you guys use the Japanese. Sometimes you guys use both. You use the Gregorian calendar, and then you use the Japanese calendar, which is like Showa, Heisei, Reiwa,
I see.
Meiji, whatever. What's your his birth date? Showa what?
昭和58年。
Showa 58.
昭和58.
Hayato?
You too.
59.
Showa 59.
Heisei.
Shut up, Heisei.
Shut up, Heisei.
There's a lot of ageism in Japan about, oh, you're Heisei umare.
My daughter is Reiwa.
Yeah, I hope they stop.
Guys, just please stop.
Yeah, because look, it's just like America using inches and feet. It's like,
Yeah,
please
it is
stop,
kinda
please.
stupid.
Everyone's saying 2020, but we're saying like no, Leiwa 2 or whatever.
Also, like whenever there's a form and it's like month, day, and the year they give you two spaces.
Yeah.
I always write 2020
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the two spaces.
Yeah, seriously, like I don't know which one to write sometime. Yeah.
When we go to City Hall, right?
Yeah.
The best is when you're like filling out an online document and they're like, write your name. Here's 3 spaces for your first name and 3 spaces for your last name. I'm like, yeah, my name's not fitting in that. What is this crap?
How do you do that in that situation?
I started type MIT and STA and I'm like, done.
I see.
Mixta.
What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Mixta.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, Mixta.
So did you guys actually do Odsukimi? Did you actually... Hayato, you said you did.
I think so. Well, I got home late, so they were already sleeping. But I think they did.
And then Natsuki?
I didn't do it because I didn't do it.
My staff my VP of my school, she owns a bunny rabbit. So I come into work and she's like, look, it's the Odsukimi altar. Look. And I'm like, I don't care, lady. What are you doing? And she's like, look. I'm like, that's great. So it's like, there's like the Odsukimi stuff here surrounded by Halloween decorations. It's just weird.
Well, good for the little kids to enjoy the seasonal stuff.
Yeah.
It's important.
I think my daughter just wanted the dango.
They
didn't care about
okay. Can she eat azuki beans? I didn't like azuki beans when I was little.
Actually, my wife doesn't like, so. But I think she likes.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So for the kids, it's the day for eat dango. Even for us too.
Yeah.
So on this show, we learned about many things. We learned about COVID-19, flu season. We learned that we prepare these shows beforehand
Otsukimi burger.
to make them seem natural, even though Natsuki didn't do her job and prepare for Otsukimi today.
I did. I searched something and then, McDonald's Otsukimi burger coming up to my eyes. And that's why
We're supposed to talk about the tradition, the ancient
Do you
tradition.
care about history of Otsukimi things or I prefer Otsukimi burger instead?
Actually, yeah, leave us a comment, guys.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's been our show today. Thank you guys for watching.
Try Otsukimi burger.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Hey everyone, Josh here. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Small Talk Japan. Small Talk Japan was filmed and recorded in Kagoshima at Story Studios. This week's episode stars Michi, Natsuki, and Hayato. The audio is done by Hayato and is produced by me, Josh, and is executive produced by Michi. Hair services provided by Drops Hair Temonkan. This week's episode is sponsored by Stapleton A. Kaiwa. Leave a comment below and let us know what you think of the show. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed the show, click here to subscribe and click here to watch more. See you next time!